what is Rokoko all about? There is in the market. There's a lot of different motion capture technology. So we have ranges from those you see in cinema, Hollywood stuff, right? You see a lot of those like balls, right? White color balls. Yeah. Those are like you need a big space. So those are fixed space. Then we have also those very low range, which is those hobbies, like those Kinect games. They use infrared sensors. But the sweet spot that we realized and we believe is the Rokoko Smartsuit. You just need a suit, and you can carry it anywhere you want to go, and you can capture very good motions as well. So maybe we can step over here. So in a nutshell, right, how the Rokoko suit works is it has different size to fit different body types as well. So this is the smallest one, and we just want to see how tight it goes because the Asian size and the Angmo size are different. So this is the small size, and inside here these are all the small sensors that actually detects your motions, like your arms when you swing and you rotate, it will capture it in 360 space, XYZ, we call that. Then as you can see, he's not bounded by any wires. So he is powered by a very small power source, which is your typical power banks where you used to charge your phone. So it's very functional and very portable. And a power bank like this size, which is 10,000 milliamps, can last us a few days without charge. So imagine the possibilities where we record this on set or anywhere, maybe at your own place or customer's place. You don't have to charge them for days, and you can just run it, stream it live anywhere it goes. So we use this. We just pack it into a case. It comes with a carrying case, and then we just go in. So we want to show you what other creators use Rokoko for, because really it's up to your own imaginations of what we want to do with the Smartsuit. And can we go next? So as you can see, just now we show you the main sensor, right? But there is like all sorts of the sensors that run through the whole body from head to toe and back as well. And we also talk about the batteries, but what is the most important thing is of course quality. Now when we talk about quality in motion capture or 3D animation stuff, right, you need to have at least like 30 frames per second or maybe 25 frames per second for TV standards. But what Rokoko does is that it captures 3 times the amount. So it's like 100 frames per second of data. So that is to ensure that you get the smoother data as possible. So from the data, whether you want to streamline it, and all that. So small thing, the data, the quality is just a sweet spot for us, and that's why we recommend it. Rokoko is coming up with like a a lot of products like the face capture, where standard times when you look at motion captures, right, they're just capturing the motions. Or sometimes you see those face marker dots, right? You can capture facial, but those traditional ones, you just you have to spend time just to trace all the dots and all that, and then you have to clean up. So a lot of people don't find that comfortable, or it's a lot of time wasted. You need to calibrate correctly. But what we have here is a product where you just need to install the apps, and it will just showcase or trace around your face. So whatever shape, his face, my face, your face, we just track your eyes in your basic features. And what it does is when you blink, it will capture it and it will follow it. Later I'll show you in detail how it works. And this device currently only works on like iOS device, which is your iPhones and Apple products. But then again, it will they are developing it for Android, so it will be ready for all users. And a lot of people have been asking us about, what about our fingers, right? So smart enough, the Rokoko also comes out with a new product called the Smart Glove. So as the name sounds, you can just pick up like drinks or cans. It provides more interactions. So not only for your body, right? You have, because your facial is really, they say, when you see light is on your eyes, right? And all that is very important. And then plus we have like finger motions as well to interact. Like you can shake hands and stuff, interact stuff. So that's what Smart Glove comes about. The last one is the Rokoko Studio, which is Rokoko integrated software. What it does, it helps you to further refine. Let's say I want to go for short films or animations. I want to really, really smooth and exaggerate features on the animations. That's how you go in depth into the softwares. And we will showcase that later with Apple. And moving on, today the main thing is, because it's so much to cover, we're going to show you the live streaming setup on the Rokoko itself.
Hi, so I'll be demonstrating how it works. So let's go inside Rokoko Studio. So this is what it will look like, the Rokoko Studio. So right now, the suit is already connected in, but however, as you can see, it's like all jammed up right now. So what you want to do is actually connect it to an object. So usually you want to add an object already created for Wicket here already, which is right here. And this is the suit that is connected into Rokoko Studio. So all you have to do is just drag and drop into the object, and it's already connected. But usually you will want to recalibrate it also, so that it will move accordingly in real time. So how you recalibrate is just for Wicket to just stand in position like this, and then you just hit the button calibrate, and it just takes 3 seconds to calibrate it before Wicket can start moving, before it actually follows in real time. As you can see, it follows exactly, and it's really smooth. So next, I will show you how to use the face capture motion capture using our iOS phone. So once it's all set up, you just have to go inside this app called Rokoko Remote. You can just download it from the App Store. And once you're inside, there's instructions for you to how to connect from the app into Studio. So once it's on, you just have to go on the top right hand side of the screen, Rokoko Remote, and just hit connect. And then the window will pop up for you to connect. Then all you have to do is just press the button and it's connected in. Which you can see the face pop up right here. That means the app is successfully connected. Once it's connected, all you have to do is drag and drop into the same place as the suit, and it follows where the body is as well. You can do field motions. Yeah. So next, I will show you how to connect this all through live stream. So how live stream works is also quite simple. All you have to do is go to the bottom right hand corner of the screen. You can see there, live stream on button. You just click on it. Then as you can see, there's also different softwares you can go to live stream on. But for today, we are just demonstrating it on Unreal Engine. So you just have to make sure Unreal Engine is on here, and then make sure your IP and the port number is correct, following Unreal Engine as well. Then we can just move on to Unreal Engine. So for today's demonstration, we already set up this scene for you already. So whenever you go inside Unreal Engine, all you have to do is just make sure that you have to go to Windows, right link, and then you have to add a source under Rokoko Studio. Then here will pop up Rokoko. Then once you hit that, both the body and face will pop up here, saying that it's connected to Unreal Engine. Once all of that is done, you are set to go. You just have to hit the play button. There you go. It's connected in real time. Next, I'll show you how the characters can interact with the objects inside the scene as well. So for example, Wicket can interact with the door by opening and closing the door. So if you can show them. Yeah. So this is one of the examples that we can actually do inside the scene using Rokoko Studio through live stream. Another thing that we managed to do is he's also able to swipe and change the color of the car. So you can demonstrate. Yeah, so this is what we can actually achieve. Yeah. So if anything else, I will just pass it on to Ronnie so he can show you the VP room.
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of like the technical steps that he better show you through. So if she can do it in like a few minutes, I'm sure it's pretty easy to just load these things inside the whole scene itself. Obviously, the tough part is that we have to build the scenes and all these scenes and characters. But once you have the mascot, which I see that you guys have the beast and the backgrounds, you can pretty much load up, suit up, and translate them into interaction. What is I think what is powerful is you can do straight live. Nowadays people want live authenticity also. How we can interact with my characters, like not just a pre-recorded or pre-answered response. So the next step I'm going to show you is the green screen room. Probably invite you guys for a few step of screens in this room. And
today I'll be talking about virtual production. Virtual production is basically combining both your live action footage which is shot on a green screen background with your 3D scenes. We do this by recording through a camera which is output using SDI into our system, which we then send for color grading and keying. Using virtual cameras, we're able to mimic our physical movements into the virtual camera, as you can see here. When we're ready to record the final camera movements, we can go into the sequence editor and just hit record. When the number hits 1, the footage is rolling. Note that at the moment we're only recording the camera movements and not the actor's performance. Once we're done recording, we can review the footage in the sequence editor. As you can see, the actor is allowed to perform over and over again with the exact same. Okay.
We are interested when we started out virtual characters, the live actor in a virtual scene. Like a lot of people do live stream, those newscasters or whatever. It's always in like I'm in a big screen room. But then again, when we further develop it, we realized that we have the Rokoko suit, and also we have the ambassador. And how about we have like hosts, a live actor host and a character, our mascot, talking to each other. So that's how we come up with the next stage, where this is more of a highlight of what we want to show you guys. Once again, let me pass on to Ethel to explain more on the technical stuff and the details of how things run, how we set this up.
So the setup is also actually the same actually. So all you have to do is just make sure your live stream is working. Make sure the VP, the actors and all is also ready and set up. So once all that is set up, you can see both are actually in the same scene as well. So you can see that actually like able to interact at least. Yeah. So you do something.
The hard shit. That's the hard shit.
So this is one of the interactions you can do. So once you like get the gloves also, we can do much more interactions, not only just this.
Because obviously what he appears there to be a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter then? Because movement-wise, a woman's movement and the guy's movement is different.
If you can act as a girl,
Yeah.
if you can do a nice kind of, yeah, sure, yeah. Right. So it's really about the performance actor. Like who's on the when someone's in the suit, the performance actor is the one that is the important stuff, right? If you know some kung fu move, that's why usually when we have mocap suit, we hire like dancers, ballet dancers. We're going to do dancer. But not enough for the sake of demo. Make it like less fit to fit in the tight suit.
Right. No, I'm just imagine if say the character in this animation is 8-footer giant,
right? Yeah,
and the person wearing is a 5 feet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Does it matter? Or?
No, it doesn't matter because what we do is like as long as you have both hands and legs, right, we can retarget it. My hand is short, right? Obviously, a giant is long, so we'll tell the computer or the system. Let's say in real life, Wicked is only like his elbow and is this length.
Yeah.
But I can tell that hey, use this motion, retarget or cop to your giant's size in relation to the
so
giant.
you can adapt.
So you can adapt to no matter what size, as long as you have both hands and legs. It's perfect.
As long as the skeleton joints and all is
human, biped.
Yeah, it will definitely you can retarget it.
Yeah. And what's cool about because when we all show something, we do a human is because human has a lot of intricacy and the details, right? So another secondary layers of animations is the hand movement. If you realize when she fling her hair, have some movement in there.
Right.
So these are real time hand physics. And also, obviously, she got a rather big assets. I mean, her chest. So if you want to have it interact a little bit, also can. Yeah, because sometimes people will want to see maybe a cloth move a little bit, things like that. Sure. So that's the power of the virtual setup, virtual characters, virtual scene, and both merged together. And all this runs through connected through a small and mobile setup. Our idea is to not make it more fancy, very big. Our idea is that it must be mobile, it must be movable, and it must be easy to work with. So that was the key idea when we set this pipeline up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.